Nightwing is one of DC's best superheroes, but he wasn't always the same superhero he is. No, of course not. He was the first Robin. What makes Nightwing such a lovable character? Is Nightwing unlikable? Is he easy to hate? He was a member of the Flying Graysons with his family when, tragically, his parents lost their lives right in front of him, which is truly traumatizing. Understandably, a terrible thing to have to happen to anybody. It really had a big impact on him, just as it would probably have on almost anyone. But he was taken in by Bruce Wayne. He was taken in by Batman. Bruce tried to hide who he was for a while from him. He tried to hide that he was Batman, but eventually, of course, he couldn't keep it a secret forever. He became the first Robin. He was a great Robin, with most people thinking he's the best one. But as Robin, he wasn't the same as he is now as Nightwing. He was inexperienced, more immature, less skilled, less knowledgeable, had a lot to learn and go through. He went through lots of improving, training as Batman's sidekick. What makes Nightwing who he is, though, is his sense of innocence and hope. He seems like somebody who deep down is truly good, with good intentions, always hoping for the best and hoping for the best in others. What makes him so likable, though? It's his relatability. It's his humanity. He feels like a normal person. He doesn't hide himself from others. He doesn't hide who he truly is from anyone. He's bold and confident, but at the same time, he's self-reflective. He has accountability for himself. He can look at himself and learn, realize when he does something wrong. He'll eventually sometimes come to the conclusion that what Batman's doing for him, or what Batman was trying to do, was the right thing, and that Batman cares about him and does what he does to protect him, to help him. So Nightwing, he always believes in Batman. No matter how hard a challenge Batman has to face, he can always see the best in him, even if Batman's dark and cold, not the most cheerful and happy-go-lucky. He knows who Batman is. He knows what Batman can do. He's able to see the best in everyone. If you're someone that is struggling or having problems, Nightwing will always still see the best in you. He'll always have hope, even through the dark and tough times. He's like a mix between Batman and Superman. He's a normal human with no superpowers. He was trained by Batman, very skilled fighter like Batman. Similar childhood trauma, with both of them having their parents pass away right in front of them, but more of a personality like Superman, always trying to do what's right, always believing in good and hoping for the best. Superman's heart, he comes off as more happy, friendly, and energetic. You see, what Batman fails to see in people, Nightwing can. He's very selfless and caring for others, compassionate, always able to take others into account, understand them. Batman is always in darkness, in a way, in the shadows. You could argue he's trapped. Nightwing, he's free. He's past the trauma of what happened to his parents. It doesn't control him. It doesn't stop him from feeling his best or seeing things in a bright and happy way. The passing of Batman's parents is always going to have a major impact on him in a bad and controlling way for the rest of his life. Nightwing is also well-rounded. He's not really too much of anything. He can be happy, he can be sad, serious or funny, playful, understand, confused, independent, and do things on his own, or come together with others to work with each other. And he's so well balanced. When people feel like they can relate to you, they automatically are much more likely gonna be able to understand you, which is gonna further make them more likely to be able to like you. Nightwing is comfortable with who he is. He'll show who he is out in the open. He doesn't ever try to hide his emotions. He's not scared to show them at all. He's not afraid to fail either. Nightwing's a really cool character. He was an acrobat, so his combat style is very fast. He's so quick and agile. Also, being almost as skilled as a fighter as Batman, he's like a more acrobatic version of Batman as a martial artist. He does more kicks and flips, which I really like. He's also got his sticks that look so cool and glow up. Being such a skilled fighter mixed with having such a fun fighting style makes combat scenes with him very entertaining. With his main villain being Deathstroke, who is also a very skilled fighter as well and is extremely dangerous. So that says a lot about how good of a fighter and how skilled of a fighter Nightwing is, which is a cool thing to be good at that many people will like. In Batman Arkham Knight, we see his relationship with Batman. When they meet for the last time, Nightwing believes in Batman. He believes Batman can get through this. He sees Batman winning, and he makes sure to let Batman know. He didn't just think this, he lets it out. He lets it be known. Another reason why Nightwing's just such a likable and great character. He lets his beliefs and what he thinks be known. He lets himself out there to be seen, which is an important part of confidence. Being one part of confidence that many people are lacking in. Not being able to show their real selves and put themselves out there in certain ways. Put what they think and believe out there, worried of what others will think. People look up to Nightwing in a way. They admire him, respect him, want to be the same. They want to be able to do what he does, or they recognize how great this is, so it makes them like him. Since Nightwing's such a well-rounded character and often seen as cool, it makes perfect sense why he would be so likable. It's hard to hate him. There's not really much negative about him, or much that would make you dislike him. Of course, there's always going to be someone out there that's going to not like him, as there is with any character. But in general, there isn't many things about him that would make people hate him. He is overall a well-written character. He has likable traits. It's not like he's a villain either, which many people might dislike all villains just for being evil, but that's not the case here. So most of the time, he's not going to be disliked by people. He's also intelligent, disciplined, and determined, which are great traits to have. Traits everyone wishes and wants to have. Traits that are just good to have and make you an even better person. Also traits that help him improve as a character. The fact that he went about it the way he did with his parents passing, being the way he is now, it's inspiring. Even if he's not my favorite DC character, I definitely like him a lot and can see why so many fans love him. He's got a fun style that's appealing. He's charismatic. He also reminds me of Spider-Man in a way. I think he's very similar to him, and people like Nightwing almost the same reason they like Spider-Man, or a lot of the same reasons. But more people like Spider-Man because he's the main superhero, whereas Nightwing, he's not. Batman's the main superhero. He's been pushed back as some side superhero next to Batman instead of his own main superhero most of the time. His personality is very similar to Spider-Man in many ways, I think, as well. Other characters trust Nightwing. They can count on him. He has a good reputation. Since he was Batman's first Robin, and he was trained so much by Batman, Batman helped make him such a great superhero and had such a big impact on him. Batman wanted to make him the best superhero he could. Nightwing even being so heavily associated with Batman, being the first Robin, being his sidekick, Batman has such a great reputation and is known as the world's greatest detective and has stopped so many villains. This helps Nightwing come off as more earning of respect. He's always working to do what's right, do what's good, believe in hope for the best in so many ways, not only himself, but others. He's loyal, and his self-accountability for his actions, plus honesty, further improves him. as an amazing character. He is what Batman is not. He brings what Batman is missing, what Batman lacks, but is still such a well-rounded character. He's unquestionably an excellent superhero. Let me know in the comments, do you think Nightwing is a very likable character? Is he your favorite or one of your favorite DC characters? Do you agree with my points? And is there anything that you want to mention that I forgot to or didn't think of? Do you think that he's a well-rounded character? Remember to subscribe and to turn on notifications. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in another Cosmic Chaos video. Bye!